Good morning. Hello, hello. How are you guys? I didn't have my second stream set up yet so I can see the bigger chat. Check out my cup this morning. This one my youngest son made. And by the end of high school, he was putting a ducky imprint into the cups. I love this one. It's not, a coffee cup because it doesn't have a handle, but it is cold here this morning. My dad just got me a fire going, but it's not spitting out any heat yet. So perfection. It's perfection. Keeps my hands warm. All right. Okay. Got it up and going. And I'm frozen on there. Good morning, Kaz. How are you? So, question of the day. What's your favorite place in your house? So my bedroom obviously was my favorite place because I did my whole video on it and showed you guys all my vintage goodies. But currently my favorite place is my rocking chair to swivel rocker, the one I got for $10 at a garage sale this summer. And it's a peachy pale orange color. Good morning, Alice. Good morning, Sheila. Yeah, it was 33 here last time I looked. That was this morning at breakfast. So I don't know if it's warmed up any, but it's not going to warm up much. But I've got it set in front of the fireplace. And then my dad picked me up one of those rolling 3-drawer cart things. Good morning, Kathy. And I put my junk journal supplies in there. Good morning, Val. And so I can roll it close to the chair. I can sit down. I've got a great big old vintage tray that I actually bought for resale. And then I loved it so much because I've sorted jewelry on it. I use it to junk journal. So it sits right on my lap. And then I can junk journal right in front of the fire in my comfy rocking chair. So right now, that's currently my favorite place in the house. Love it. Good morning, Bonnie. So, what is your favorite place in your house? Kaz's favorite place is her bed. A comfy, cozy bed is a must. Oh, yeah. Barbie, I meant to follow you. Couldn't take it. Couldn't take it. You guys probably noticed I was growing my hair out. I was trying to grow my hair out. It was like, it's winter. I always wear a hat when I'm outside anyway. This is a good time to grow my hair out. Save money on haircut. Nope. Couldn't take it. Yesterday, I'm like, Mom, I am going to get a haircut because I had to run to the post office and I had to pick up cat treats and cat food. And I'm like, that's it. I can't. I'm getting my haircut. So I feel like me again. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's see. Bonnie's living room, Alice's bedroom. Oh, that's cool. Alice picks the family ancestors. Val, art studio, living room. Yeah. Art studios would be my favorite room too. Yeah, couldn't take it. And this girl was so sweet. She cut my hair. I just go to Great Clips. And let me tell you, Great Clips at the beginning of the year was $14 here in this area. Then it jumped to $16. And when I went in this time, because 2 months ago when I got my haircut, it was $16, it was $17, which not a lot of money for women that go to a salon and get the whole, kit and caboodle. But for me, I used to go when Great Clips would do $4.99 haircuts. And then they had up those to $5.99 and then up those to $6. So they had 3 price increases this year, which is just insane. Insane. Because I can bet that they did not increase the income of their employees any. They increased their profit, but I bet that didn't trickle down to their employees. Anyway, she's just the sweetest. She cut my hair 2 times ago, did such a good job on it. I loved it. Except she was hesitant to go as short as I wanted. And so she's like, okay, now check it. And I'd be like, let's go shorter. And I'm like, no, let's go short. She goes, I'm going to mark this in your thing. And I'm like, yeah, do that because I like it short. It just looks so good. I love it. And it feels so good. I feel better. Feel better. It's important to do these little things that make us feel better. Like Kathy, it was my chair in front of my TV and computer, but I'm finding out that my window. Ooh, stick a towel in front of it. If it's your favorite spot, stick a towel in front of it. So I've never been one of those people that gets their nails done and you guys can see, I don't do anything to my nails, except occasionally I clip them if one breaks. I'll clip them all so they're all the same length. But I absolutely understand the appeal of getting your nails done because that's how I feel when I get my hair cut. It's something I do for me. It's something that makes me feel a bazillion times better. Love it. So happy that I took the time and energy. Of course, couldn't do anything the rest of the day. I ran to the post office to drop off just 2 packages, got my hair cut, and then ran into Discount Drug Mart and picked up the few things that I needed. And that was it. Wiped me out for the rest of the day. This cold weather has really flared up my fibromyalgia pain and exhaustion and weakness. Like I'm sitting at the breakfast table this morning. I'm like, oh, I can't pick my coffee cup up. I'm a little better now. Of course, I'm slathered in muscle balm. I smell like icy hot. So attractive. That's why I don't date. That's gonna want to date someone who smells like icy hot 99% of the time. Yeah, Sheila. I've only had like 4 pedicures, 4, I think, in my life, but loved them. Loved them. Just that if someone else taking care of you, especially we as women are always seem to be the caretaker. So we take care of the children, we take care of the husband if we have one. And as an oldest daughter, then I'm taking care of other people in the family. I haven't had a massage in years. I think the last time I had a massage was right before my son's graduation party because I was so stressed. I just wanted a relaxation massage. And that's my oldest son. And he's 24 now. So it's been a long time since I've had a massage. So I wanted to show you guys my junk journaling. And I wanted to talk about it. And then I've got some things to sell today. But I always, and maybe other people don't do this, but I always am like, oh, I can't do that because I'm not creative. I'm not artistic, and I stress over something that should be fun and relaxing. And so I'm crooked in the frame. And so I always stress over it, and then I never get around to actually doing it. And I've been watching people junk journal on TikTok for forever now. And I follow a whole bunch of different accounts for that. And it relaxes me to sit and watch it, but really wanted to do it myself. And so finally I'm like, okay, this first one, this is going to be your practice one. So you can do anything crazy and weird and odd and make whatever scripts you need to make. And it's not going to matter. Like I gave myself permission to make it badly, which is just what my brain needed for me to actually do the thing. And so I used this notebook that I got off of Redbubble because, hi Geneva, it is my daughter's artwork. This is the actual painting that my daughter did, and I got it on a notebook. She has a Redbubble where her art, you can buy things. If anybody wants the link, I can link it again. I linked it when she first got it, and then my brain forgot that she'd done it. But so I had this note. I bought a couple of these notebooks off of Redbubble that had my daughter's art on them, and I thought this is gonna be my practice journal, so I can make whatever screw ups that I want to make, and it'll be fine. And not that it matters anyway. I'm not doing this for anything, for someone else, or I'm doing it for myself. But this is how I talked myself into actually doing it instead of just buying stickers and paper and not ever doing it. The Icy Hot Patch is the Rite Aid brand of the Icy Hot Patches. They're much cheaper than the Icy Hot, and I get those, but they're expensive. And I use one that you get 5 in a package, and I use one like every day because for me, it's a lot of pain in I've got something wrong with my hip. And so some days I limp really badly. I'm not at the point where I'm walking with a cane yet, but my mom says I need to be. So it's that whole low back, hips. Good morning, Kraken. So, I was going through those Icy Hot. So now I'm trying, it's an Amish formula of Muscle Bomb instead of wearing Icy Hot Patches. Helper. Good morning. So I wanted to show you guys some of my pages because it actually turned out better than I thought it was going to. So here was my very first page. And I was trying out stickers and washi tape that I had ordered from AliExpress. I already had the background paper. And this one is, I just did the first one to be pretty. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm headed that way, Kathy. I don't even want to think about that right now. Although I had heard a lot that once the hip is replaced, they get their life back, people that have had it done. But this one I just wanted to, I picked a color theme to try out stickers I'd gotten from. But this page right here, it's got combat boots, a pink flamingo. Somebody sent me this sticker. I don't remember who. So if you sent it to me, feel free to drop that in the chat that you sent this. A cassette tape because I still listen to my mixtapes from the 80s. So this one was a very me. Books, tea. And then this one was because I was in pain and I found this sticker. Pain is real, but so is hope. And you are stronger than you think. So I did that one. This one has a bunch of stickers that resellers have sent me over the last year. So I was sent this one. I was sent this one that says, be kind, be lovely, be amazing. I was sent this one. I was sent this one. So this was kind of a homage to resellers right here. And then this one was just flowers. I just wanted to put a ton of flowers on this one. And I wanted to do a red and black theme. So there's my red and black. This is my niece's favorite, my red and black theme. And then a very pink, soft, romantic one. And I love these vintage woman stickers that I got. I got a bunch of these. There were doubles of them. So if you weren't on Monday's sale, next Monday for Glass with Class, we are doing a thankful edition, and we are doing giveaways, and some of these stickers are going to be included in my giveaway. Ooh, Kathy, don't scare me like that. And then I did this one, which is totally fun. But I have to give myself permission to not be perfect. Hi, Kim. I'm good. Good morning, Nancy. Because I don't want to do something unless it's perfect, which is ridiculous because nobody does anything perfect. So I have to give myself permission to not be perfect. So my lines are a little crooked, but once you're looking at the overall thing, you can't tell that. But if I did this the way my brain wanted to, I would measure, I would cut and measured and recut, and I'd make myself crazy doing it. It wouldn't be relaxing. So here's my fall Thanksgiving spread. And I did this one last night. So I got to do that sitting in front of the fireplace in my favorite rocking chair. And I'm just having fun with it. Okay. Thanks, Geneva. Yeah, it really did. Really with the bots. I'm going to have to make this a subscribe only. Yeah, that's my junk journal. Kim. It's my very first one. And I was going to sit here forever and collect stuff and never do it if I didn't give myself permission to not do it badly. Yeah, Delbert, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. I'm going to have to change that before next week. So next week, when you come in, hi, Kathy. It'll be subscribe only mode. Because this 2 weeks in a row it's happened. So I'm going to have to go to subscribe only mode. So the question of the day was, what's your favorite place in your house? And that's how we got to me showing the junk journal, because I can sit in my favorite rocking chair in front of the fireplace and do that. And it's relaxing. I just do what I want to do and don't worry about it being perfect. And yeah, Kathy, they'd left me alone up until last week. They finally found me. Okay, so I've got a few things that aren't books, but then I've got a bunch of books today that I thought would make maybe gifts for somebody who doesn't mind a book that's been pre-read by someone else. So the first thing I've got, I thought was cool. It was originally $2 a very long time ago. And it is a plastic circular needle. And here's, but it's still in its original packaging. It was made in Germany. And are these are knitting, for knitting. There's a specific thing you make with these. I mean, they still make these, I believe, but this is a vintage one. So it's only going to be $6. It was new in package. And this is what it looks like. So I believe these are aluminum. So I don't know if there's anybody that follows me that likes vintage sewing notions, or if you want to use it. I mean, I can't imagine that the ones made now would be too much different than the vintage ones. So there it is. That's what it looks like. It was originally sold in New York at Yarn-O-Rama on Central Avenue, Albany, New York. But it was made in Germany. And $6, number 7. $6, number 7 on that one. And this is just some really random stuff that I kept forgetting to throw into sales. So I have a pewter candle snuffer that has apples. It's apples on it. This was made in the USA, and that it says it here on the handle. And my camera won't focus on it, but made in USA. So most likely vintage, because we don't make a lot of stuff here anymore. But these apples are so pretty. I wish it would focus better on them. Then it's got flowers around the top. So vintage pewter candle snuffer. It's going to be $8, number 10. $8, number 10. And on next week's sale, Glass with Class, which will be back on my channel, you do not have to purchase to win one of the items that we're giving away. We're going to play a game, and first person we see that answers is going to win. I'm going to do sticker packs, and I think that Nikki's doing ephemera packs, and you'll get your choice of which one. And then probably at the end, we'll just give away the rest that are left if there's any left. So you'll want to hang out with us, even though I know next week's going to be crazy busy for everybody because it's Thanksgiving week. My youngest son, I'm the oldest. And so usually I'm the one that ends up sending out the text and saying, what are you bringing? Or assigning people what they're bringing. And I had put it off, hoping someone else would do it. Because then you've got to smooth over feathers and you've got to say, no, it's okay. And, it's all a thing. I love my family, but it becomes a thing. And so I sent out the text on Monday and I'm like, Mom and Dad are providing the meat, and please let me know which side and dessert you're bringing. That's how I worded it, side and dessert that you're bringing. And so I get, oh, that's cool, Val. All right, let me write that down. And I'm just going to mail that in a padded envelope, unless you buy something else. So, everybody lets me know what size they're going to bring, and nobody's offered to bring a dessert. Nobody. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Because the whole point was to try and take any of the stress off of Mom this year. I mean, she's doesn't like me to say her age on here, but she has 11 grandchildren, 10 of whom are adults now. So that's her age. And so I'm just trying to get everybody to make the food so she doesn't have to make anything except the meat. And Dad's going to smoke the brisket. She's going to make the turkey the day before, debone it, and just warm it up on the actual day. So, and we do a buffet style and people spread out in little groups throughout the house. Like there's way too many of us to sit at a table. So I get texts back all day long from everybody as they're answering when they take a break from work or whatever, or wake up. Nobody's bringing desserts. And I'm like, people. So my youngest son gets a hold of me and he's like, well, did you still? And I included all the young adult grandchildren also in this group text. And he's like, well, what are you doing for dessert? Do I need to make more desserts? And I said, well, are you busy that morning? Would you like to come over here and make all the desserts with me? Good morning, Donna Maria. Would you like to make all of the desserts with me? And so he's like, sure, I'll do that. So then I get a text from my one sister last night. And she's like, well, it doesn't look like anybody's making desserts. I'm like, Gabe's on desserts. Fine. We'll make them all. And part of the problem is that we have major food allergies in the family. So we have half the family can't have gluten. There's several that have severe dairy intolerance. My daughter is one of them. It makes her sick for days. Like I'm beginning to think she has it. She was diagnosed with lactose intolerance when she was a baby. We've avoided it most of her life, but now I'm like, this seems like it's moved into allergy territory. She's sick for days if she has even the tiniest bit of anything dairy now. So severe there. We have almond allergy. Like she carries an EpiPen for the almond allergy. So there's all these things that we have to be careful of, and everybody. And so I know that some people kind of get frozen. They're like, oh, I don't want to make any food because I don't want to make anybody sick. We label it. Mom and I label everything. But yeah, my youngest is going to come over that morning and we're going to make all the desserts. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So my next is something that I think is really cool. But like, I feel like if I was on Trusty Huckster or Mercantile's channel, I would sell these. So I don't know if you guys are the audience for these. I have 4 pins, little pins, and they're not they're actual, but they're tiny. And I've got 2 that are the national, I wrote it down. Let's see. They are the National Fraternity Student Musician pins. One was a local, one was a district, and they're 1948 and 1949. So, and you're not gonna be able to see the details, but what's interesting, it's a guy playing a piano up on top. It's over the United States, and then it says the district NFSM 1949, and then this one says the local 1948. So it's interesting that they have not changed these pins from the 40s through the 90s, because you can go on eBay and find these from 1997. And no, not a mood ring, just a vintage ring. It's supposed to look like turquoise. It's not, it's plastic. And then this one is actual stone. And then I love this one. It's so tiny, but so pretty. So I've got 2 of these, but they didn't change the design on these pins for like all of the, I do have 2 mood rings. One of them is from when I was a teenager. I do still have 2 mood rings, but not wearing them today. But they didn't change these for 50 years. It was the exact same design, just changed the date on the bottom. So these 2 are from 1948, 1949. Tiny. We're talking tiny. They are little more than half an inch. And then I've got this one, this little tiny cross that says WMS, Life Member ULCA. And this is the Women's Missionary Society for the Lutheran Church. And this one lengthwise is like 3/4 inches, but still it's a pin with a rollover clasp. So there's that one. And then this one, which is a feather quill, like a writing quill. Look how tiny that is. These would make good hat pins. So teeny, teeny, tiny. I love this one. And in length, this one's just over half an inch. So you've got four pins here, 4 tiny, tiny pins. $10, number one. $10, number one. Let me put them back in their little, and they're in this little vintage felt patch pocket, little felt pocket. Okay. Now books. So some of these were mine, some were my mom's. We were clearing out and trying to declutter a bit. So some of these probably were never read. Like I would say this one was probably never read. So this first one, and none of these are vintage. Well, one's vintage. I think it was my grandma's. But these are just, I thought they'd be good for gift ideas. So every book is going to be $4. And if you're not buying anything else this week, I can ship them media mail. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. This one's from 1997, and it's this size. So it is like a 6-inch tall book. It's just got these little chapters on not stressing about stuff. So like 72, take up yoga. 46, every day tell at least one person you like, admire, or appreciate. Something you like, admire, or appreciate about them. Number 29, become a better listener. So $4. And I don't think that I ever read this book. $4, number 4. $4, number 4. And to go along with don't sweat the small stuff and it's all small stuff, I have don't sweat the small stuff in love. This one was 1999. And I got this my first second year of marriage of a very, very bad marriage. So the advice in here did not do me any good. And I was also raising a newborn and was pregnant again. So I doubt I ever even opened this one up. Not that that would have saved my marriage, but Sweat the Small Stuff in Love. $4, number 18. $4, number 18. The Girl's Guide to Men, Fashion, Diets, and Other Disasters. And this one was a Hallmark gift book. And I think it's a funny one. This is 2011. So has things like, honestly, Liz, I think that hat makes your butt look big. Dieting do's and don'ts. Do enlist a friend to support. Don't pick anyone skinnier than you. Do pick a diet you can stick with. Don't start the diet on a weekend or because it's too hard, or a weekday, also too hard. Do weigh yourself once a week. Don't leave the lights on or your contacts in. So it's a humorous book. $4, number 15. The Alice, the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, that one was number 4. Because Don't Sweat the Small Stuff in Love was number 18. Okay. Awesome, Alice. Set that one in a different pile. Okay, Chicken Soup for the Mother's Soul, but a taste of. So this is one of the real thin ones, which I did read this one. I would be sitting there nursing, and so this little one was a good one for me to pick up and do that with. Wow, this was originally, oh no, that was the big version. Which was this one originally? I don't know. So this was 2006. Chicken Soup for the Mother's Soul. $4, number 12. Small Miracles for Women. Extraordinary Coincidences of Heart and Spirit. And this is, look, it's such a pretty book. I bought this for my sister. And see, it's just pretty. A couple of years ago, first edition was published in 2000. This one was 2015. But look how pretty, like the whole book is just so pretty. So a couple years ago, I bought this for my sister. She read it, but she doesn't have room. So she, hi, Rebecca, she passed it back to me. And I read it and then couldn't find anybody else to pass it on to. I paid $15 for it. So it's been read twice, but it's just a nice, with really positive, uplifting stories. $4, number 8. $4, number 8. Now I donated a ton of books, but I thought I'd bring these to you guys. I think they make good gifts if you've got someone in your family that's a reader. This one, Mother Voices, Real Women Write About Growing into Motherhood. This one was $11.65 originally, but this was another one that was gifted to me when my kids were young. And it's just got short little stories. These were just perfect for me when I had babies. Let's see, this one is $19.99. So yeah, I would have been gifted this when my kids were, and it's a little one, so it's 7 inches tall. So this one, $4, number 3. Number 3. This was another one gifted to me when my kids were babies. There is some sticker residue right here. I don't have that undo, I really should get some. But this was Celebrating the Wonder of Motherhood. And this was by that woman that had the septuplets. I don't know if you guys remember that. Aw, I did not know that my parents, I didn't remember my mom and dad had written this in here. We enjoy watching you enjoying motherhood. Mom and Dad, May of 1999. So I got this for my birthday in 1999. Seth was born in 98. I don't even, would I have been, I would have just found out I was pregnant with my second. So, Celebrating the Wonder of Motherhood. $4, number 19. $4, number 19. This is a good one if you have insomnia. Good night, mind. Turn off your noisy thoughts and get a good night's sleep. I got this one at a little, like, crystal shop. So 2013. And like the chapters, know the recipe for good sleep, build a stronger drive for deep sleep, find and set a proper sleep schedule, train your active mind to be quiet, put a buffer between the day's activities, relax your body, manage your overactive mind. So it's just a nice little book about getting some better sleep naturally. Hi, Bridget. $4, number 16. $4, number 16. And there is some really good advice in this one. Discovering the Joy of Zen in Everyday Tasks. Sweeping Changes by Gary Thorpe. And this one was originally $19. Let's see. From 2000. And getting a book on how to clean for a woman who has little ones is just stupid. So I probably never read it. This is what it looks like. It looks like there was a fold one time here at the top. It got bent a bit, probably in a move. But it's another one of the little books. Sweeping Changes by Gary Thorpe. And it is only $4, number 13. All of the books are going to be $4 today. Even a really super big one I'm going to show you here at the end. Now, I love this one. I consider keeping it. The Blue Day book. A lesson in cheering yourself up. It is just cute. So it says you might get dumped, divorced, or fired. Make a fool of yourself in public. Be afflicted with a demeaning nickname. Or just have a plain old bad hair day. Maybe work is a pain in the butt. You're under major pressure to fill someone else's shoes. Your boss is picking on you. So it's just, it acknowledges that sometimes things just suck. But here's cute animals to look at. Who knows what fantastic things are in store just around the corner. So it's a good one when you're feeling blue. And this one, you know, could apply to a teenager too. I mean, the whole your boss and stuff. That's kids aren't going to get it. Although kids will like looking at the cute animals. So this one, $4, number 9. It is another just little one. Just another gift book. And this one was originally 10. And it was I can't find it. Oh, there, 2000. 2000. Okay, this one's another humorous one. 563 Stupid Things People Do to Mess Up Their Lives by Dr. Larry. And it's a little book. Things like Use an organizer or planner. You are carrying around a 5-pound to-do list that sets you back around $50. Make quotation marks with your fingers when you talk. This is an annoying habit that will just make people hate you more than they already do. Oh. Ew, sleep with a hotel bedspread. If you knew it was still on it, you would never sleep with one or even stay in a hotel again. Take a vow of silence. Although we'd all appreciate this a great deal, it is unhealthy for a person to keep all of his thoughts to himself, especially if that person is you. Oh my goodness. So it's funny. Some of it is not going to have aged well with the times, I am betting, because this was 2000. So 22 years ago. Well, another little one, but a humorous one. I do too, Kathy. $4, number 5. Now this one came out of my grandmother's stuff when she moved. And I'm going to assume that one of her friends gave it to her as a gift. This was from 2004. 449 stupid things Republicans have said. So, I don't know. But these are actual quotes by Republicans over the years. So, this was my grandmother's. $4, number 20. Yeah, now we all have black light flashlights. None of us stay in hotels anymore, right? And don't carry that in the bathroom with you. Okay, this one, I did not read this one because I own 3 of her and her husband's books about simplifying your life that I still have and have read quite often. So I didn't read this one. Living the Simple Life, A Guide to Scaling Down and Enjoying More by Elaine St. James. If you don't know who she is, she and her husband wrote a bunch of Simplify Your Life books. So this one is 1996. So I think probably all their other books that I own currently came from the 90s. So Living the Simple Life, and it's another little one, and it's just got just some beautiful things that you can do. Chapter 36, find a happy medium that works for you. Chapter 38, where to start. Chapter 40, look at all the things you hold on to because you might need them someday. Chapter 66, why we keep our life so hectic. So this is really, really good one. I really enjoy their style of writing is easy to get through. You don't have to plow through it and hate reading it. And Donna Maria. So this is a good book. And it's just $4, number 17. $4, number 17. Now this one was my grandmother's. The one that's passed away, not the one that's still living. The Republican book was the grandmother's still living because she's 94 now, I think. It's a guidepost loving promises book, and she loaned it to somebody, and they returned it without the cover, which she was very upset about. But and it's got some newspaper articles in here. It's got her name, Margaret McCartney. And this was, she loved Helen Steiner Rice. So this was by Helen Steiner Rice. I think there are some other, So there's some other ephemera in here. But it's poems and thoughts. And I think there's even, some verses in here. And this is 1975. So $19.75 on this one. It is vintage. It doesn't have its cover anymore. And $4 number 14. $4 number 14 on that vintage one. And I do have books up here that were my grandmother's, so like this one didn't mean anything to me. I don't want people thinking, like, look, she's getting rid of family heirlooms. I'm not. And then this one was another one of those that was gifted to my mom with good intentions, but she never did it. Our Family, A Historical Journey, and you fill it out. So it's got all of this family history stuff that you can fill out, genealogy, and it's got this beautiful, like, cushy cover. This one was, and she was gifted another one that she liked better, which is why she never used this one. 1990, right when she was raising teenagers, because I graduated high school in 91 and I was the oldest. So I don't know why someone thought this was a good thing to give to a working, busy mom, as she has 5 teenagers, but somebody did, because I was 17 in 1990. And she had, well, at that point in time, I think my foster brother, she had 5 teenagers and a 12-year-old living in the house in 1990. So she didn't do this, but, and it's big. It's this size. $4 number 11. $4 number 11. So that would be a good one to give as a gift because it's in perfect condition to somebody who actually would have time to do it. All right, this one, that's funny, Kathy. Total Body Massage is a big one. This one came from Ollie's originally, $9.99. The cover's a bit foxed, but I think it came like that because it came from Ollie's. They don't treat their books very well. They just kind of slam them all onto the table. But it is a really good book if you and your partner want to trade massages. It gives you the whole, it's all in here. Whole kit and caboodle. It's a big one. It's a heavy one. Like I said earlier, if you missed it, I will ship these media mail. $4, number 6. It's just $4, number 6. It's even got baby massage in there. Okay, and then, oh, goodness, that one's heavy. This is another big one. This was originally $30. I'm looking up the date before I show it to you. So 1997. Ooh. It's mostly a picture book, but it is called The Story of Mothers and Daughters. And this was a television special in the 90s. So this is what it looks like. And it is $4, number 2. $4, number 2. Now, if you think you might want one of these books and you're thinking about it, you'll want to let me know because I will probably be donating these to get them out of here. So lots and lots of books in today's episode that I think are good for gift giving if you have someone in your book in your life that is a reader like I am. I love books. I have way too many books, obviously. So I pass some of them on. Oh, that was exhausting, you guys. That was a lot of books. If you missed my cup, oh man, my coffee's cold now. My youngest son made this. That little ducky imprint was the symbol he was using by the end of high school. I love the two-tone of this. I talked to him and asked him if he was going to be making anything now that his brother had the wheel and the kiln set up. Because my sons, if you've missed it, they room together. They have their own apartment and they're roommates, and couldn't stand sharing a room growing up, and then they moved out and moved in together. Go figure. But I asked him when I saw him if he was going to be making pottery, and he's trying, but it's actually his. Hi, sunshine. Oh, thanks. This is going to switch out next week. I'm excited about what I'm putting up there next week, and then I'll probably switch out the week after for Christmas. But okay, let me see. Alice, Women and Miracles, Small Miracles for Women. This one that's super, super pretty. So anyway, he said that he was trying to, but like his older brother criticizes everything he makes. So, do you want me to add that? Okay, awesome, Alice. I'll add that to your other one. So I don't know if he's gonna be making a whole lot or not. Now he likes to. He thinks about the design. He thinks about the hand feel. He's really, he thinks about the amount of liquid that would go into a thing. So I have 3 kids. My oldest son is 24. My daughter's 22. And you guys hear me talk about her all the time because like she calls me 4 times a day. And then my youngest son is 20. And if you missed the very beginning, I'm doing a junk journal, but the notebook that I purchased, this is a piece of my daughter's art. And she's got some of her art up on Redbubble. And you can buy notebooks and t-shirts and coffee cups. But yeah, that's a piece of my daughter's art, and I got it on a notebook. And that's my current junk journal, my very first one. Where so far I've used a lot of stickers that resellers sent me in the last year. Man, I remember because I'm the oldest, I remember when I turned 30, my mom took it harder than I did. I was like, oh, 30, great. 20s are over with. And my mom was like, oh, I have a 30-year-old. So I wonder if I'll be like that when my first one turns 30. Yeah, my kids got all of that artistic talent from their dad. It's the one good thing they got from that man. Because I was a nerdy reader. I was not artistic, but all 3 of my kids are very artistic. I have their art all over. I didn't. And when I turned 40, I threw myself a huge party. I told my family, because I turn 50 next year, you guys. 50! I'm halfway there. So I told my family, I'm like, you guys are responsible for throwing my 50th birthday party. I'm not throwing myself a party again, because I had to throw myself my 40 and do all of the work. I had a friend who's like, oh, I want to help you throw your 40th birthday party. And then she didn't do anything but show up. So, no. I might take 60 hard, but not 50. I'm like, cool, turn 50. 50 is a good number. But I've never been one to take my birthday hard. My youngest sister, when she turned 30, she was so dramatic. It was the end of the world. She like cried for 3 days. So silly. Oh, you guys, I have to tell you this story. So my parents, if you don't know, my dad was a Baptist preacher almost all of my life. He still fills in at the church when pastor's out of town. Like he preached this past Sunday, and in 2 weeks he'll be preaching again. So we're talking like strict Baptist. So when we were kids, we had a 10-inch black and white TV that we were allowed to watch Mr. Rogers on only because it came on while my mom was making dinner, and it occupied the five of us so she could get dinner made. We were not TV watchers. We hardly ever had cable in our lives. So even when I had kids, we had a TV, but I never had cable. We're just not TV watchers, and we're readers. This whole family's readers. So when I moved in, the TV had been down here in the family room that I'm now occupying, and they moved the TV up to the living room. And so my mom was like, oh, okay, whatever. But, now there's a TV in her living room. Well, they watch it maybe twice a month, maybe. Well, now that it's football season, my dad will turn on and watch part of the Ohio State game on Saturdays. But, they're not TV watchers. The TV's never on, right? Well, my dad always throws a big football party because my sons come over and my sister comes in from out of town on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, because that's the Ohio State versus Michigan game. If you don't know, that's our big rival, Ohio State versus Michigan. So he decided this year he needed to get a bigger TV. It's a 54, 56 inch. I don't know. It's massive. It arrives this morning and it's like, I'm like, how are you even going to get that up the stairs? And my mom's just like, but I know why he did it. He did it because my boys are coming over to watch the game with him. And he wants to have this big TV for them. And I think it's the sweetest thing, but TV's enormous for the 2 times a month they watch TV. That is true. Getting old is not for sissies. Oh, Rebecca, that's a bummer. Yeah, I don't plan to go anywhere. I wanted to take a trip to the mountains and just be on the top of a mountain for my 40th birthday. That did not happen. I was raising kids and I didn't get to do that. But for my 50th birthday, I just like to have all my family and friends come over and have gluten-free cake because I can't eat gluten anymore. I love cake. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I think it's so. And my mom just, why do we need that TV? But I know that's why. Because my boys are coming over and my sister's coming in from out of town and they're going to sit down and have snacks. He's going to smoke ribs. And I'm sure that my mom make buffalo dip for my youngest. That's his favorite. I always used to come over and get food, hang out with my mom. I don't watch football. Oh, all right, guys. That's it. So I will be on Vintage and Vino on Friday night. It's a red and green sale. So there will be some Christmas items, but they'll probably be red and green glass too. I don't know yet because we're also going to be doing red and green and Christmas glass on Glass with Class in 2 weeks. And don't forget Glass with Class on Monday giveaways because we're grateful for you guys. So giveaways, and you don't have to purchase in order to get a giveaway. And I will be invoicing for this sale on Saturday or Sunday because I'm going to wait until after Vintage and Vino's sale Friday night. So Friday evening, Vintage and Vino, I will be on their channel. It's a red and green sale. And you guys have a fantastic week. I will see you in the chats and head on over to Helen's channel. New England Thrifter is about to come on for her sale. So bye, guys. I'll see you then. Oh, you too, Donna Marie. Have a good vacation.